Good afternoon, dear students. I welcome you all to the basic workshop of Vidyavardhini College of Engineering and Technology, USA. Please come inside the basic workshop. This is the basic workshop of Vidyavardhini College of Engineering and Technology, USA. Here, there are different shops inside this basic workshop. There is a carpentry shop, fitting shop, welding shop. Okay. Now, today we are going to introduce you about the fitting workshop. Yeah, detail what happens in the fitting workshop and what is included in the syllabus. In the first year of engineering of Mumbai University, there is a basic workshop practice 1. In this basic workshop practice 1, the main objective of this lab is to impart the training to help the student to develop the engineering skill sets, to inculcate respect for physical work and hard labor, and to get the exposure to interdisciplinary engineering domain. Here there are different trade in this basic workshops are included here, which are the interdisciplinary. Here, so one of the objective is to get the exposure to the interdisciplinary engineering domain. Here today we are going to introduce you only the fitting shop, but total here there are 5 trade or 5 shops are included in the syllabus of basic workshop practice 1 for first semester. The first one is a fitting shop. The second one is hardware and networking. The third shop or the third trade is the welding. Fourth trade is the plumbing, and fifth trade is the machine shop. Here out of that, the trade 1 and trade 2, that is the fitting and the hardware and networking, are compulsory, and out of remaining 3 trade, here any one we have to perform. Okay. Now today we are going to introduce you about the fitting shop. Here this fitting shop is more related to the mechanical engineering. Here, and in all the mechanical engineering industry, here there is a fitting shop. Yeah. On fitting shop, normally the labor or the workers here work on the metal, different type of metals. Yeah. Normally we do the processing on metals by using the different machines. Okay. But there are some particularly specific jobs here which we cannot hold on a special purpose machines here, and that's why for such a jobs we have to operate or to do some process here, we have to do the manual work on that particular job here, and that job is processed in fitting shop. Now in fitting shops, the different tools are used. Here now we are introducing you the different tools here. Let's start from the cutting tool. Okay, which are the different cutting tools which are used in the fitting shop? Here the first one is this is a very common. Here you must have observed that. Here this is the hacksaw blade. Here this is the frame of the hacksaw. Here, and this is the hacksaw blade. Here, so this is the hacksaw here which we use to cut the metal. Okay, here, and for this is the hacksaw blade, which is the flexible blade. Yeah, and we have to mount it on this hacksaw frame properly, so that here when we cut the metal, here only forward stroke should be the cutting stroke. Here these teeth on the hacksaw here are little bit inclined. Okay, and you have to hold this blade on this hacksaw frame such that here when we operate, here only the forward stroke should be the cutting stroke. Okay, here backward stroke should not be the cutting stroke. Here, so you have to take care while attaching the hacksaw blade to the frame. Okay, the second cutting tool here is this hand grinder. This is the hand grinder. With the help of that we can do the grinding operation also here, as well as for the cutting operation. Okay, this is also very important tool. You can also observe this tool used by the welders also. Here when you welder works in your house, here he normally use this tool for the cutting. मी रिपीट करू शकतो. In cutting tool, here one important machine in the fitting shop is this hydraulic power hacksaw. Yeah, that hacksaw which I have shown here, that is for the manual cutting, here for the small job here. But when we want to do the larger job here, when the cutting is more here, then we can use this hydraulic power hacksaw. Here we can hold the this job here, and with the help of this cutting tool here we can cut it here. So let's start. This is the hydraulic power hacksaw. We have started the hydraulic power hacksaw. Here in this one, this is the cutting blade here, and the workpiece can be hold over here. This in this in this way we can cut the different jobs here which are fixed in this voice. Now, after the cutting tool, we will introduce you about the marking tools. Here, we know that when we do any process on the job, here the marking is very important. Now, which are the different marking tools which we use in the machine fitting shop? Here, the first one is a steel rule. Here for measurement of length. Here, this is the tri-square. Here, this tri-square is used to draw here the perpendicular lines, exactly perpendicular lines like this. This is the bevel square. Here this bevel tri-square we can use here for measuring the angles or taking the measurement in a particular angles. Here we can change this angle and we can take the measurement at any particular angles. Here then this is the steel tape here which we can use for taking the measurement of quite a longer distance. Okay. Then this is the vernier caliper. Actually this is a measuring device. Okay, marking device is different. This is the measuring device actually here which we can use here to measure any particular dimensions. Okay, this is a vernier caliper. Okay, all of you know what is the vernier caliper and how to find out the least count of the vernier caliper. Okay, then this is the screw gauge. Here, these are the two different screw gauges are shown. This screw gauge you can use for measuring from 0 to 25 millimeter here with the least count of 0.01 millimeter. Okay, and for this screw gauge we can use from 25 to 50 millimeter range here, and least count of this also 0.01 millimeter. Okay, so these are the different actually measuring devices. Okay, measuring. Then marking devices. With the help of that measuring devices, also in combination with these measuring devices, we use the marking devices. Now, which are the marking devices used in the fitting shop? Here, the first one is this is the outside caliber. Okay, here this is the outside caliber. If for any particular measurement, if I want to take any particular measurement here, even if suppose to measure the diameter of this. Okay, to measure the diameter, so I have to fit it, or if I want to make this diameter here, suppose 10 millimeter here, then take this distance 10 millimeter in their tongue here with the help of these measuring devices here, and check whether it is 10 millimeter or not. Here, if it fit properly, then means it is in 10 millimeter. Here, so this is the caliper which is used to measure the external dimensions. Here, then this is the inside caliper. Here, which is used to measure the inside dimensions. Okay, inside dimensions. For example, suppose if I want to measure this inside dimensions here, so with the help of this I can measure that inside dimension. Okay, so it is to measure the inside dimension. I am unscrewing this screw here, so that here there will be the perfect inside dimension. Then I will remove this and I will measure these dimensions on the scale. Okay, here then this is the parallel leg caliber. Okay, this is to do the round. Suppose if I want to make a circular round on this, so I can use this. Okay, then this is the odd leg caliper. Here the odd leg caliper is also used for markings only. Okay, to draw the parallel lines we can use this odd leg caliper. Okay, like this to make the marking which are parallel to the edges we can use this odd leg caliper. Okay, if you visit to the basic workshop in your first semester clear you will get the hands-on practice. This is just after the measuring and marking devices clear we are going to move ahead the punching tools clear, which are the different punching tools clear. So this is clear the punch. Okay, when you want to do any marking, if you do the marking with a pen or pencil or marker here, that may not be visible or that may not be the permanent marking on this metal job clear. So with for that clear we are going to use this punch clear. With the help of punch and hammer here we can do the marking clear. After the marking tool, suppose if I make this line, then with the help of this punch here we can do just a type of marking. Okay, here so this is the marking tool here. Then this is again another marking tool or scrubbing tool here, with the help of which we can do the marking at any particular angle or any where. With the help of this bevel tri-spiral, so if I want to make the marking here, so I can make this marking like this. Okay, so in this way I can make the marking with this, with the help of this tool. Now, the next tool which we are introducing is the drilling and tapping tool. Here we know that the threading, one of the important operation in the machine shop. This threading we normally do on the machine. Okay, but if we want to do the internal or external threading for a component here which is difficult to hold on the machine, here for such type of component we can use the tapping tools here. Now, which are the drilling and tapping tools which I am showing you? This is the tab here and this is a tap range here. This tap range is used to hold this tab. This is the tab here. These are the different type of tabs. Show it here. These are the different type of tabs here, and with the help of this tab here we can do here the internal threading. If we want to do the internal threading here, so suppose if I want to do the internal threading over here, first I have to do the pilot drill here, and after the pilot drill with the help of this tab here I can do the threading. Okay, like this I can do the threading. So this tab is used for doing the threading. Yeah. Now, why we are doing the threading with the help of tab, that I already explained. Here some jobs here, for example, such a flat job we cannot hold on the lathe machine or any other machine. Yeah. So to do the threading for such type of jobs we use this tab. Okay. Then this is the die. Here this is the die. This die is used here to do the external threading. If I want to do the external threading, okay, for some special component here, then we can use this die. Here these are the different type of dies are there. If you want to do the threading of M10, M15 here, so according to that you have to use that die here, and then that die here we can remove this die. We can remove this die and we can insert the die of another dimension here, and then we can use this die. We can use this die to do the external threading. Okay, you have to hold it, and you have to hold it in the pause. The next tool is the chipping tool. Here, chipping tool. For the chipping tool, we use such type of chisels here to chip off some burrs after some operation. Some burrs are producing on the job. Here, so to chipping off that burrs, here we can use the chipping tool or this chisel. So with the help of this chisel and hammer, here we can chip out that particular material or burr. Here, then this is the hammer. Here there are different type of hammer. Here out of that, this is known as a ball peen hammer, and this is the cross peen hammer. Okay, here these are used for the different application. Okay, then next one are the filing tools. Filing. Here these are the different type of files. Here why we use the files? Here these files are used for making the clean or for making the jobs in a particular right angle. If the cutting is not in particular right angle, here then we can use this filing tool by holding the this jobs in the voice. Here we can file this here to make it perfectly flat. Okay. Then there are different type of files. This is the flat rough file. Here smooth file, flat smooth file. Then the half round file, triangular file. This is the triangular file here, and this is the complete round file. Okay. Then these are the brushes for we use for the cleaning purposes. Clear? This is the hard wire brush, clear, which we use for the cleaning of job. Okay, this is the soft brush, clear, for the cleaning. Here, and lastly, to hold the job, here, to do any particular operation, here we use this C clamp, okay, or this bench voice is also we can use. Here there is a bench voice to hold the particular job. Okay. Then one machine is remaining. The one machine is remaining which we use in the fitting shop is this drilling machine. Here there is a bench drilling machine. Here on the bench drilling machine, we normally hold the workpiece here in this voice here, and we can do the drilling with the help of this. Okay. Okay, as per syllabus, the operations which are given in syllabus to complete all that operations, we have designed one job here in which all these operations are covered. This is the job which we have designed. Here it is the V open fit job. Here there is a V groove, here drilling, tapping, filing, almost all operations are covered in this job. Okay, then for the first step for performing the job is this is the raw material. Okay, now in this raw material, it is just a piece which is cut from the flat plate. Okay, then the next step after getting the this raw material, the next step is filing and making the finishing edges of that flat plate. Okay, these edges we have to make perfectly at 90 degree. Here you have to file it, you have to, with the help of tri-square, check it. Here it should be in the proper dimensions and at right angle. Okay, the next step is after finishing this job, the next one is the marking. Here, so with the help of wet chalk, here we can make some just for the visibility. Here we use the chalk here, and then with the help of marking devices, here we mark all that required. So this is the center here for drilling here, and this is the V notch here. Now we are going to do the cutting over here, but before that cutting we require the marking. Okay, so this is the marking. The next one is the punching. Here, for if I do this marking, it may go here during the working work on this workpiece. Here it may not remain as it is, it may not be visible, and that's why we make this punching here. So with the help of this punch, here center punch, here we make this small holes here, and this is the now permanent marking here, but the operation is known as a punching operation. Okay, then at this center here we make first drilling operation here with the help of this drill bit. Here on the drilling machine, we make this drilling operation. Here actually it is a pilot drill here for the tapping operation. Actually we have to do the tapping operation, but before tapping the drilling is mandatory. Okay, and then with the help of tap, here we make this hole. Here, sorry, thread. With the help of tap we make this thread. Now this thread here are made with the help of tap, and this is the bolt. Here we can observe that this bolt is fitted inside this. Okay, here these threading are difficult to perform on the lathe machine or any other machine, which we have to do by using the tap only. Okay, then listen, actually we require to make this tab on this piece only, on this piece. Okay, but before cutting, here we have to make this drilling and tapping so that we can hold this workpiece on the drilling machine properly. Here if it is a small one, then it is little bit difficult to hold it on the drilling machine as well as for the tapping operation. Clear? That's why first tapping operation and then this cutting it in the V shape. Clear? So the next one is we have to cut it in the V shape, make it male and female part. Clear? And then after cutting, you have to do the filing properly. Here, so that we should get the exact angles. Okay, here, so this is the exact angles you can observe. Okay. So to do the filing properly, after cutting, there is a final, and this is the final job which we have to perform. Thank you.